I'll read. So I decided to go around the local charity shops, as one does when they're a charity shop. Slut like I am. And I kind of was quite happy to come across a sort of small stack of old X-Men, Captain America comic books and stuff. I was a little bit disturbed to see that some of the prices now, this one is 20 pence. Some of them were like £1, £2 and things like that. And I'm thinking, these are battered, like, you know, these aren't collectibles. These, you know, in decent condition, some of them might have been worth a bit of money. I don't know. I'm not really a comic aficionado when it comes to pricing. But I was in there today and I kind of saw this one. And I had a bit of a sort of nostalgia tug towards it. X-Men was always my go-to comic book as a kid. And sort of from the town where I live, there was a sort of indoor market. It's still there. And there was a stall inside of this indoor market that essentially was a comic shop, but it was just a sort of stall with comics and stuff. And I was always really intrigued by the comic books and the vivid colours and art and stuff. And even back then, they were quite expensive to buy, you know. But they used to have a little bargain sort of bucket thing, and they were all 20 pence each in there. So I used to use my pocket money and buy the odd comic book, and I would spend ages kind of thumbing through all of these old kind of not very good comic books, obviously, why they've ended up in the 20 pence bucket. But every now and again, you'd get an X-Men or an X-Factor or a New Mutant episode that was like this, battered to hell, and it was 20 pence. So I would pick them up. So seeing this for 20 pence was like, that's kind of taken out of them lovely boxes. And it's kind of, this is a couple of years out of that date when I was doing this, but it's kind of still of that generation. And I just wanted to kind of have a little thumb through, because what was brilliant about the comic books as well was, you know, I had the Wolverine games. I mean, who would have known that the likes of Wolverine would have become so popular in terms of that? Like, my mum knows who Wolverine is now. Back when I was a kid, she was just like, what are you doing buying this kind of crap? And the action figures that got made of this costume probably only turned up for probably a couple of episodes, issues in these, and then ended up getting made into an action figure. And these were the X-Men action figures that are kind of collected and sought after of this era, you know. So, hey, hello. That's a nice helmet. Slam, jam. Ooh. So there you go. It's a woman inside. And that's controversial. And look at these t-shirts, man. Who didn't want a Ghost Rider t-shirt like that? And finishing off with Bishop. And I always loved reading the letters, columns. Wow, look at that. So there you go. So, like I said, it was just a little pickup that I picked up and kind of wanted to just share that with you, and some of the little sort of memories of 20 pence battered comics. So, yes, very fond of that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all later. Ta-ra.